And hello, we're back again. This is Northworthy, Sagas and Stories. And today I'm your host, along with Egil.
Egil Thorson.
And I'm Bragi. And we're both Vikings.
Oh yes, so we are.
Oh yes. Now, one of the type of things we talk about on this channel is folk tales. And today this is a video on the folklore of trolls. So don't get scared, sit tight, and you're going to enjoy this. So first of all, Egil, what's your overall opinion of a troll? What do you think a troll is?
Well, we've talked about this before, and I think it's a folk memory of Neanderthals.
Yes.
They seem to bear the same characteristics and styles, but yeah, what do you think?
Well, in the pantheon of folk tales, a troll is a troll. Although you can see these reports of people seeing Neanderthals and reporting them as trolls as having some relevance. But then trolls come in different types, you know. So, you know, there are many tales of trolls from the Norse and from the Vikings. Now, to the west, in the land of Norway, you'll find trolls there are very big. In fact, some of them can be giant size and are said to be related to the giants in kin.
Yeah, well, if you're going to be frightened by something you're not sure of, you're not going to say, well, it's a little fella about that high. You're going to say, it was a big fella, huge.
Well, indeed.
I mean, I've got my theory about giants, which we'll cover it later.
Well, that's been the folklore of giants, and this is not that.
Yeah.
So, to the east, trolls are often said to be much smaller. In fact, they can even have the appearance of human beings. Now, trolls are often said to be dumb-witted, although that is probably most accountable in folklore because these creatures are often portrayed to be dim-witted.
Well, you're not going to make out your enemies are smarter than you.
Well, maybe not, no. Even though, you know, a lot of trolls seem to have a lot of treasure, you don't get treasure by being stupid, do you?
Exactamundo.
Now, a few facts about trolls. It is said that when a troll is caught outside, it will turn to stone.
I don't know about that.
Well, I've never seen a troll in the daylight.
I've never seen a troll.
Well, there you go.
Last troll I saw was on the end of a pencil.
Yes. Well, that has no relevance. Pencils were invented.
Unless you're the troll on the pencil, yeah.
Now, of course, we have famous trolls. We have the troll Grendel
Sure.
from the epic Beowulf.
And that was your basic when you're at the feast and they start, you knew when Beowulf would start when they would go, whack! And it was quiet. And
Oh,
then,
yes.
Then everybody sort of thinks, hello, here we go.
And at some point we will talk about Beowulf, maybe tell you the story. Now you may be saying to yourself, well, Bragi, tell us, what does troll mean?
Bragi, what does troll mean?
Well, troll basically means in Old Norse a fiend or a demon,
Oh,
a creature which is not a positive creature to meet. They're often known to be shape changers, and some are said to have the ability to change themselves into anything, whether to turn themselves into a stone, or into a mouse, or a deer, or into a human again,
or a dragon.
or even, as Egil said, a dragon. That is a skill to have.
Yeah, like I say, it is a skill worth having.
Yes, now, I know you may be saying to yourself now, well, where do trolls live and reside?
Where do trolls live and reside?
Well, trolls, they tend to live in mountains,
As you do.
and they can also be seen and found in rocks and stones. Trolls are often known to live in caves, very much like their kin, the giants. And trolls are also known to live under a bridge. Now, in the classic folk tale from Norway, the three billy goats gruff,
I remember that.
where the three billy goats, and you can see a version of that tale told by me and Egil in a card up there. You won't see it. And these three billy goats try to cross a bridge individually, and the troll wants to eat them. Now, trolls are very ugly, in this folktale, the troll is described of having the eyes the size of a plate, or in this case, a wooden bowl. It has a big bulbous nose and has lots of spots on its face.
Eee.
And some trolls are said to be that ugly they would scare you to wits. I would not like to meet a troll like that.
No.
And sometimes trolls live together. I bet you did not know that, Egil.
Well, I do now.
They are often known to live on their own, old trolls and stubborn trolls, but sometimes there will be a father and daughter, or dossier, as you would say in Saxon.
Well, as you see in Beowulf, Grendel's got a mother.
Well, yes, that brings you on to the other situation. They can live together. Sometimes they can be mother and son, as in the very famous case of Grendel.
Oh, Mrs. Grendel. Not a happy bunny, was she?
No, not
Well,
indeed.
You can see a point.
Yes. And of course, we all know of three trolls in very popular myth today in the world, from The Hobbit.
Ah, good books.
And perhaps you might tell us about that scene.
Oh, about where the trolls were going to eat the hobbits and the
Yes.
dwarves. And they're arguing who should eat what and have what.
Yes.
And they kept on arguing. And then it broke daylight and they all turned to stone.
Yes.
And it's set in Lord of the Rings, actually. They find them with bits of tree.
Later on, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Find them growing trees out of them and everything. So yeah, I mean, Tolkien was drawing obviously on English myth, which he freely admits. But it is a good story, well worth the read, as is Lord of the Rings, but I'm biased.
Oh yes, fantastic stories, and there's an example of famous trolls in modern literature. Now, of course, we all know what a troll is in modern world. A troll is somebody who would leave a bad comment on your video, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's funny how in modern culture the term troll has continued.
Yeah, well, it's just the way of things, isn't it?
Now, we mentioned earlier about trolls and treasure, and I told you something about you never heard about troll lights.
Oh, yeah.
Now you've been saying to yourself, no, Bragi, tell us, what are these troll lights?
What are troll lights?
Well, a troll light is where a troll lives, and above his treasure there'll be a light emitting. And it is said that if you see a troll light, you have a chance of trying to get the treasure. But as you walk towards the light, whatever you must do, you must not blink. For the very second you blink, the light goes out. And of course there was a very famous Swedish folk tale, which I do plan to tell soon, called The Old Troll Tricked, where a farmer saw this light and tried to go and get the treasure, but unfortunately he blinked. But another farmer, who was more wise than he, thought, well, I could trick this troll. So he got a big cauldron and filled it with scrap iron, which he collected. And then he set a fire around this cauldron to make it look like the cauldron was alight. And this brought the troll down from the mountain and from his cave. And when he looked at the cauldron, he kind of laughed. Ha ha ha! You call that treasure? And of course, the troll said, well, you must come with me and I'll show you something that you have never seen or will never see in your life again. So he took this farmer up to his cave and showed him the most biggest cauldron of gold and silver. So much gold and silver that no man could possibly spend it in a lifetime. And so the troll, being very cocky and sure for himself, said, well, you can stay here whilst I go and do some chores, for I know that you cannot lift that cauldron. And the farmer stayed there, but realising that some magic had been placed on that cauldron, threw in his knife, and the iron did something special. What did the iron do?
Earthed it.
Yes, it negated the magic, and the farmer was able to go away with the gold. So there's a little bit of information on trolls. And this is the second of a series of videos on the folklore of things, and altogether there'll be 30 to 40 videos in this playlist in the end. Now, do you have any questions about trolls before we finish? Any
No,
more thoughts?
I'm all trolled out. But certainly
I mean, how would you go about fighting a troll?
I'd run the other way, to be honest,
Yeah,
or make sure
I
I
think
didn't
you want
see
a
them.
very long spear
Yeah.
and at least a dozen men.
Or sunlight.
Yes, of course, you know, yes, it does. Yes, sunlight would be a very good one. Yes.
And then it's a chisel and a hammer.
Of course, in England, we do have some legends of trolls. In Scotland, I've been told. And we often think, well, of a boggart. Well, would we call a boggart a troll? I'm not sure about that.
Well, that's from house fairy into a boggart. It's a nasty house fairy.
Yes. So it's all very interesting, and if you have any more facts or comments on trolls you'd like to leave, then please leave them in a video. And also, don't forget to go and like our things. The next ones we'll be doing is the Draugr, the living dead, or as the Vikings will call them, the Afterganger, the Afterwalker.
Yeah, you don't want to meet one of them.
And then we're going to be talking about giants, which I'm sure Egil could talk about for some time.
Oh, big subject.
It is a very big and tall subject, and there's some hints for you to do some research on that.
Oh,
So,
very good.
until the next time, it is a was hail from me,
And a was hail from me.
Good
for my
health.
Empty drink on.
and thank you very much for watching.
Yeah,
I hope you enjoyed it. Did you enjoy that?
certainly did, even though it's raining
No, it's not too bad.
for the moment.